He's still floating in air. There we go. You know, I never checked what time. Where to start? Oh shit! Oh shit! I thought it paused. Oh shit! Let me readjust myself in my seat. I was thinking of making more coffee, but yeah, grow up to the better my penis. Oh Jesus! Average shit lasts an hour. Lasts an hour? But next up, come on, the penis thing. You want somebody to grow a bit of penis? Yeah, that seems probable. It was fun. Yeah, okay. I guess if you had fun.
That's how it's done.
Oh Jesus! Fuck! Back is itchy. I guess if you had fun. I don't know what to say. I'm not a big relationship expert. I'm gonna get back up. Why'd I come down here? It was a mistake. Excusez-moi. Thank you. I realized I fucked up my sleep schedule again. I mentioned this like on like a stream from a long time ago, but I fucked up my sleep schedule.
Thanks.
It's like now I'm getting up like around like the afternoon because of me drinking coffee. Like I'm unable to go to sleep, and like the time I do go to sleep is like fucking like 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I sleep and then I wake up around like 4. Today I woke up at 5.
Thanks.
Fucking Christ. Oh, it's because I was on Gorilla. Fuck. Shut up, Deco! Look, man! Yeah, we retry. Yeah, retry. I was talking about my sleep schedule and then I got all kinds of fucked up. Can we make up a situation where I did not have food, but let's say the toilet flooded in the wrong house and the wrong. Oh. Oh. Damn. Nothing's worse than a clogged up toilet.
Thank you.
And it's time for you. Oh fuck, I have to update my schedule. Let's see, a certain person, that was not me. Did not ever show up again. Jesus. Well, that's pretty bad. Alright, let's try this with aggression, speed, and press. Okay. Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's a lot faster. Thank you, Deco. God damn. Ow. Let's see if I can upgrade my shithole. Deneb. Oh wow, Saz has not been upgraded at all. What about you? No. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. How are we doing with CP? Okay, we're doing relatively okay. Fuck, they didn't appear again. Gotta get past. Okay, now I can go back. But Deco, I remember last stream. Tell us about yourself. I asked Snoopy how his personal life is, but what's up with you, Deco? What's Gucci in your life? What are your favorite things to do besides tell people how to play Final Fantasy 13? Oh shit. Are you gonna give me the boy hand? The boy? Boy. Oh shit. Back. Oh god. Shit. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did you guys play the Black Ops 4 beta? I heard that a lot of people said it was boring. The unfortunate truth. I heard that people said that it was boring.
Thank you.
Ooh, that's nice. I hope you have fun. Don't forget about me, your boy. While you're in space. Don't forget about me. It's so lonely. Oh Jesus. But yeah, I hope you have fun in Spain. My cousins went to Spain. Huge Barca fans, football and soccer. Yeah, I get you. Why you gotta go to Spain? Watch that football. Oh, watch your streams there too. Hey, what are you doing? Why don't you come out and enjoy Spain? Nah, I gotta watch this dude fuck up Final Fantasy 13. I'm trying to help him. He's struggling, all right. This is a good service I'm doing. Do you know any languages? Is that a question directed to me or to Deco? But yeah, Deco, do you speak the language of the Spanish? Do you speak the language so you're prepared? I don't know why I gave you the Italian hand gestures. Speak Spanish? Ooh, Catalan, English. Damn, fam. Oh, to COD because I heard about Black Ops 4. Yeah. So here's the weird thing about me. I speak well. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Shit! He asked me a question. My balls are on stream now. Oh, okay. Oh, thank Lord I didn't have to answer it. Here's the thing. It's weird. I won't even call it a situation. My thing is just weird because I'm a second generation. I was born here in America. My parents are from El Salvador, which is a little country in Central America. So that's why my English is very, very okay. But I wait, hey, dude, stop it. But it's weird when people are talking in Spanish. Doesn't matter how fast they can talk in it, I'm able to understand it. But in German, I would like to learn German. I know Spanish. Like, if I hear it, I know it. But being able to actually pronunciate the words and actually getting it out is tough. Like, I know the basics, like, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Dónde está el baño? Shit like that. Very, very simplistic things. And I can probably maybe hold the conversation like a couple of lines and then that's it. Because my knowledge, for some reason, can't... it can't handle the Spanish. So... I know I know Spanish. When people were talking to me in Spanish, I replied to them in English, like my family members, for example. So my mom could be talking to me in Spanish, and I would reply to her in English, and then she would continue to talk Spanish to me, and I would understand whatever she's saying. And I can tell her in English. But to actually have a full conversation, questions of knowledge, or like whatever the fuck, and trying to have a conversation with someone speaking in Spanish is very difficult for me. You should learn Spanish. Yeah, no, it's worth it learning the language. Fuck, when I went to community college, I took elementary Japanese 1 and 2, and Japanese is a language that I really wanted to know besides being a fucking weeboo. But it's a very nice language, like with everything, the characters, the kanji, the katakana, like the language is just very, very. It's very interesting, but I hated the class because of the professor, mostly, because the professor was the most passive-aggressive person I've ever met in my life. Anyways, but I learned some Japanese, but I kind of don't remember it because I haven't been practicing a lot. But if you've seen Kyoryu, another streamer that comes on to the chat sometimes, he's in Japan. He's a linguist professor. I believe he's a professor, but he's a linguist for a school, and he streams, and he makes fun of me of how I talk. He says I have a weird accent. I mean, I don't really hear it. And I talk to Haller, but me and Haller are both from the East Coast, so I guess we have weird accents, even though like I'm not from New York City. I was born in a small area of Yonkers, and Yonkers is relative. Where I grew up, Yonkers was relatively close to the Bronx, so yeah. 12:34 a.m. Are you telling me the time? Oh fuck, bully. I think I have to. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, Deco, no, it's a problem. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep doing this. I'll try to get some of my stuff upgraded, but I don't think I'm gonna be here for too long.
Thanks.
Because I probably have to grind a little bit more. So yeah, don't you worry your head, Deco. I'll probably won't progress the next objective. We'll probably just continue grinding. The eternal struggle continues. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. The combination of beer and pizza and coffee was not a great idea. I just burped up everything. Should have made some eggs. think probably think we're gonna do that. All right, see ya. If you come back tomorrow, I'll be playing Danganronpa. Some of that Danganronpa.
Thanks.
It's a great day. Yeah, it's not too bad. Kill this motherfucker. Wow, okay. That happened.
New strategy.
Fuck. I did not want this to be a grind stream, but I guess this is what it's becoming. I hope you guys don't mind that this is now a grind stream. And I fucking grinded yesterday just to get past that one part. Thanks. Let's go back around. Probably have to take something to go to sleep tonight because like I'm starting to feel awake. Like more awake than usual.
New strategy.
That was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. Those are always good. Yeah. That's the thing is that like I don't really take that much stuff, but like I realized like I've been starting to have some trouble sleeping. So my mom's boyfriend. Fuck. All right, retry that shit. My mom's boyfriend he also has trouble sleeping, so he takes sleeping pills, but not like the strong stuff, like just like the over-the-counter stuff. So I take like a pill, and usually that helps me sleep. But like for some fucking reason, even if I do take it, I wake up like fucking like let's say if I stop the stream now and I take the pill and it's like maybe takes like a couple minutes to kick in. I go to sleep like around like around 1 something, and then out of nowhere, he transformed again. He transformed again. He transformed again. Anyways, I will go to sleep to. No, I would wake up around like maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock for some reason. I think it's because my internal clock also still feels like I still have to go to work. Because 5 o'clock to around like 6 o'clock is when I would have to get up to go to work back in the day.
Thanks.
God, my job. Part of me kind of misses it. I liked how heroin always works for me. Yeah? Because that tar. I'm thinking about my job, like my old job. I hated it.
Thanks.
It did have some good moments, but there were moments where I just hated it. I just hated it. But it sucks now because I have to look for a new job. And trust me, I've been looking. Your heroin. Oh, poor Demi. Damn. Oh, God. I wish I could find a job that doesn't have to deal with people, but that's impossible. Because that's how business is made, is meeting other people. But fuck. Working at a Burger King was it was something, especially being a manager. My days will consist of being awake for like 12 hours as well. Yeah. That's not fub. Oh, it's not fun. DK. Yeah, any customer service job sucks. Anyone who works customer service, and that's a lot of people who are probably in their teens or like their early 20s to probably their early 30s, like understands about customer service jobs, especially fast food places or retail places. They fucking suck. Because people will abuse the shit out of you. Like, especially being a manager as well, because the thing was is that I talked to Haller about this, is that like as a boss, I wasn't strict. I thought I wasn't strict. I was usually more laid back because a lot of the people that I worked with, you know, had shit going on in their lives. So, you know, they had to focus on their stuff. But I remember I would have to take care of situations or like diffuse a situation, and it was shitty. It was shitty. I would have to call people, whoever made a complaint, even if it was like something really stupid, or if they're just being an asshole. Like, I would have to somehow diffuse the situation. Oh my god, please don't transform. Come on.
Thanks.
Okay, he transformed. Nope, we're retrying this. Motherfucker. Yeah, it wasn't a fun dealing. And like, there were people who would just straight up lie about the complaint too. Who would just straight up lie that either they came like a day or like the night before and said that they got something or they got the wrong order. And like, we checked the cameras and they never even appeared at all. And they just either wanted free food or free money. So yeah, that shit would happen. I've dealt with crazy people, like a lot of crazy people working, because that's the problem of like working in a retail place or a fast food place, is that you deal with a lot of crazy people.
Time for another approach.
Either crazy people or assholes. But yeah, I remember my first day working at Burger King. It was on the 4th of July, and my sister at the time was the assistant manager. But my sister has moved on and now has a career, so she's doing pretty well. But I remember my first day. I remember I was nervous as fuck, and I didn't know how the systems worked. And then I fucked up this lady's order, and she came back and told my sister that like I made a mistake and that I should be fired. I was like, it's my first day. And even my sister stood up for me, and she was like, it's his first day, he doesn't know, he's still learning. And she's like, that doesn't matter. I was like, it's my first day. And then your boy became a manager within like 3 years. And I was manager for 3 years. So I worked at Burger King for a total of like 6, it was almost 7 years I worked at Burger King.
Change of plan.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man. But I did it for the money. And what sucks even more is that I didn't work in the city. I worked in like a small area. And it was, I remember the time where people in the city who worked in fast food places were complaining about their wages and complaining about minimum wage, that they wanted more. So people who work in the city make more than people who work at like small suburban places or like towns essentially. And I think that's bullshit. I really think that's bullshit. Because here was the thing. The payment I was getting for being a manager for doing more work, I was getting the same amount as someone in the city who was in the kitchen. And on top of that, the place that I worked at, there was a shit ton of problems. We were so far behind in technology that like everything would either break or stop working. So I would have to figure out how to do it, usually on my shifts. So it was up to usually me to fix the problems, and I never got a raise for it. A raise or bonus. And I was still being paid the same amount as someone who works in the kitchen for the amount of for the fucking headaches that I was doing. So that's a little thing about me working at Burger King, was that it was a job that I got comfy with, and I stopped working there because the owners of the store that I worked at was selling it. So it got bought out by a corporation, and that corporation was the fucking worst. Because it was owned by franchisees, so like it was owned by 2 people. And they weren't bad, like they were relatively okay, but they, like I said, they didn't give me a bonus or anything for doing the fucking headaches that I had to do. It's fucking bullshit. Anyways, but yeah, the corporation was just fucking bad because there's a lot of rules that you have to follow, in the sense that like they're so strict on it that it's gross. And I remember I worked there. I worked with the corporation for maybe like 3 days, and then I was like, nah, I gotta quit. Because I only stayed because I was comfortable with the job, and then I had family there. So, but pretty much my family was not there anymore. So I was like, all right, I'm not needed here. And on top of that, the cashiers and everyone else was like comfortable with the change. I wasn't, because I was a manager. You know, so used to how things were before. But yeah, I remember, like, dude, the amount of food that is wasted is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, the amount of food that goes to waste. Like, you can bring that shit to, you can feed, if you find a homeless shelter that has like maybe at least, I don't know, like 100 people, the amount of food that was wasted could feed those 100 people and more. Like, it was awful. And it got to the point where like I stopped eating at my job. Like, I did not want to eat anything. I just drank coffee. I just drank black coffee because I was like, it's too fucking gross. Like, perfectly, like, it's not perfectly great or awesome meat from fast food places, but it's still something that people consume. And it just, like, the wait time, because this thing is that like there's a wait time for the meat. So usually the wait time is like it's like 45 minutes. So after the 45 minutes is up for the meat, you take out the meat, dump it, put a new meat to cook, and you just have to wait. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But like I said, there are crazy people who wanted everything fucking straight out of the broiler or straight out of the fryer. And so there were some people who were fucking crazy. And says that the food has to be freshly cooked. And it's like, alright, we have this meat that's been here for like maybe like 10 minutes that's in the heat chute. And they're like, no, I want it straight out of the broiler. And it's like, alright. It's like, this meat is still perfectly fine. It's like, it's in a heat chute that's keeping it still hot. But you want to be fucking crazy, then alright. So that was the whole thing about working at Burger King, was that it was a fucking headache. It was a fucking headache. I knew I was being gypped in payment thanks to fucking people in the city. And after the whole transition with the corporate company, I was just like, I gotta leave. I can't stay in this place. And plus, on top of that, it was like an hour away from where I live. So honestly, it's not worth the headache. God damn, Snow, you're getting a lot. Oh my god, what the fuck else do I have to upgrade? Oh, shit. But that's right, kids. If you're gonna go for a retail job, remember, it's gonna suck. Don't work at BK. Yeah. Don't work at a BK. Here's the thing, both suck. Corporate owned places suck because they have to keep everything corporate. On top of that, your hours are kind of cut a little bit. But working at a small time place like a franchisee is, oh shit, oh fuck, Infinite Horizons, Jesus man. Yeah, hey man, welcome back. Oh, you heard my Burger King story? Yeah, it fucking sucked, man. Oh, but yeah, welcome back, Infinite Horizons. But no, back to the whole Burger King thing. It's like, if it's owned by a franchisee, there's two ways it can go. Either the franchisee is able to keep up with like all the technology and everything that's new, that's great. But if they can't, you're pretty much stuck with old shit. That's how the store I worked at was that the main computer that worked as the brain for the cash register systems was running on Windows Vista or Windows 9. No, it was Windows 98 it was running on. It was bad. It was bad. And sometimes the cash registers would just freeze. And I would hear that, you know, if one of the managers that is coming in that probably works at like another store, he's like, oh yeah, we have like new upgraded systems and everything. And it's like, how the fuck can we not get upgrades? And it's because our store financially was not doing well. So they couldn't keep up with upgrading everything. So that happens. But with a corporate company, they're able to dish out the new shit. So when corporate came and took everything over, they brought in new surveillance systems, new cash registers, new computers, and it's just like all this new shit. And it's like, all right, cool. But as a way for saving money, like with the amount of stock that we need, because I've had firsthand in trying to get stock, well, ordering items that we need, they don't care. Really, they don't care on how much you order. If you order like 10 boxes of Whoppers, then and they sell, you're good. But if they don't sell, they're there. Like, they don't care on how much, because I remember working with the owners, and they're like, you have to make sure everything is like, you know how much is gonna sell. So let's say you need 10 cases of Whoppers, because per day you're either selling at least 3 or 2 cases per day. So you have to kind of do everything mathematically. So when the corporate company came and the new general manager asked me, oh, do you know how to do the inventory? Like, you know how to do the orders? I'm like, yeah. So I was doing everything mathematically, and she came over to me and she's like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm trying to do everything in my head, trying to make sure that, you know, what we order is good. And she's like, oh no, like, you can just order like whatever, and whatever stays. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. Oh, and she's like, look, she's like, all right. So then she just takes the clipboard and she's like, oh, so we have like 5 cases of Whoppers. All right, so okay, maybe like she was like maybe like 7 cases we need for the next order, and I was like, what? I was like, what? But that's the thing about corporate companies is that like, as long as you're making money, they don't care. With a franchisee, if you're making money because that money goes to them, they start to give a shit. But in the end of it, it just ended up being so fucked, and it was just stupid. It was stupid. But the amount of food that got wasted was nuts. I know I mentioned that before, but it was fucking nuts, the amount of food that got wasted. God, I don't know how many streams I've talked about me working at Burger King and the amount of bullshit, but the same boss reply, be a man every time. Or I should sit around and tell you if we move faster, time would stop. Dude, that's the thing, is that like that's how all fast food places are. It's just like you gotta be fast. Final Fan. You came to the grind stream. You came to the grinding stream. But yeah, fast food places are like that because you gotta get everything out fast, which was stupid because it's like shit has to cook. Shit has to cook right, and if we get this shit out too quick and it's not cooked, then we're fucked in the end. It just a lot of that shit annoyed me when working fast food. But the amount of complaints as well, and the amount of people that were trying to get the one up on me, it was ridiculous. It was nuts. But yeah, if you work at McDonald's or Burger King, it's an alright job. But no matter what, that's why whenever I go out to either a fast food place or anywhere, I never look down on another person, especially another person taking my order, because it's like, first of all, they're handling my food. Second of all, why do you degrade someone's value because of where they work? I never understood that. It's like, this person is at least working. Like, people make fun of people who don't work, but this person is working, and for some reason people have the audacity to make fun of them of where they work. Like the whole shit about like how your teachers tell you that if you don't study in school, you're gonna get a job at McDonald's. And it's like, but have you seen the benefits that actually some McDonald's managers get? Some people who work full-time get benefits. They get benefits. They get health insurance. It's like, what? And then on top of that, have you seen how minimum wages is in the city? I was explaining this before Horizon, but like, I was explaining that I was an assistant manager and I got paid the same wage as someone who was a cashier in the city. And I was doing more work. What the fuck is that? Please explain to your boy.
Be ready for the next fight.
So in the end of it, I just realized that like this job is not great for me. Even though I did pour my heart and soul into that place, it's just like it wasn't doing it for me anymore. And what's also ridiculous is like some of these people, but that's the thing, is that some of these people have to work like a 4-hour shift. So there's that. I think people who make fun of them have some kind of handicap or something. So yeah, it's like I don't look when I go somewhere. Is that like I don't look down on these people because they're working, they're putting effort into their job. Well, depending if they're doing their job. But if they're at least putting some effort into it, they care. Because with my job, I cared a lot. to the point where like sometimes some things would take up my whole time. Even coming home from work, I would have to focus on the thing at work. So there were moments like that where it's like I have to focus on this shit. And it wasn't even my career. I wasn't even working there full time. It was part time. Oh my god, he's gonna transform. He's gonna transform you. Fuck, you're transforming. All right, we're gonna retry. But I never understood that like I remember one time where I was at work and one of the cashiers was trying to take some lady's order, but the lady somehow got offended by something. The cashier, it's because the cashier asked if she wanted the food for here or to go, and the lady got offended, and then she talked about how much she was making, that she was making more than anyone at Burger King. And I'm like, lady, you work at Walmart. Like she worked at Walmart, and she made like what, like compared to everyone else, she made like $1 more, $2 more. And for some reason, her wage validates her as a person. So yeah, that was one thing about working there. And like on top of that, I made more than her, even though my making wasn't good enough at the time because of the fact that like fucking people in the city were making more than, or making the exact same amount that I was making. You know the amount of bullshit that I had to do, because there was a lot of bullshit. Just because everything was like, because of the fact that everything was not upgraded, it was just it was a bad time.
See you, daddy, now.
It was a bad time. That's the one thing I can complain about because I worked that job. But if I go to the Dunkin' Donuts and someone's working their ass off, and then let's say they get my order wrong, I don't go to them and say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like I don't call them out, because some people do that. I've seen that shit happen at my old job. People just fucking yell like crazy people, and it's like, just I even had moments where I had to tell people, it's like, look, I understand, I apologize, let me take care of the situation. And then they continue to yell, and it's like, yelling does not help. It does not put you in a bigger place. You just look like a crazy person. You look like an asshole. We can talk about it like civilized people. On top of that, it was our fault, so let us fix it. And then in the end of it, they're like, to make them seem like the bigger person, they're like, nah, can't, I want my money back. And that's like, all right. So that's where you know, shit just gets fucking crazy, man. Oh god. The stories of people who are angry and peed in their food. Jesus. Big words. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Because here's the thing, is that like a lot of people who come to fast food places don't think. Some people thought I was uneducated, like honestly, and I'm like, I went to high school. I graduated community college, not a university, but community college. So I still have a degree, a somewhat degree, a degree that our society decides it's not validated. Anyways, it's another case. But it's like, I'm not an idiot. I know what I'm doing. I'm an assistant manager. On top of that, I'm the youngest assistant manager. So I know what I'm doing. And people look at me like I'm an idiot or can't speak English, because I've had that before as well, that people think that I'm from a third world country and think that I cannot speak English. And when I talk to them, with my so-called accent, they're like, oh. And I'm like, what were you expecting? So bad of a, yeah. No, I've dealt with a shit ton of crazy people. Well, that's the thing about working those places, and that's the one thing that some people that come in don't see, is that like, this is the shit you have to deal with. And people who don't work those jobs say that, oh, they don't have to worry about anything. All they have to worry about is is flipping burgers. And it's like, first of all, we don't flip burgers. We put them in the broiler. Second of all, it's like you don't see the other stuff that we have to deal with. So you just sound ignorant. Because I remember in high school as well that I think one of my teachers was like, if you don't go to college, or if you don't know what you want to do, you're gonna end up working at a fast food place, at a McDonald's. And I'm like, I work at a Burger King right now. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the high school kids worked at retail places or fast food places, but like, if you become an assistant manager and work full-time, you get benefits. It's a shitty job, but you get benefits. So, yeah, there's that. You get health insurance. Who says no to health insurance? If only we lived in if only I lived in Canada. But nah, man, that's how shit be. That's how shit do. That's what kids. If you're in your teens or your early 20s and you work at a retail place or fast food place, and some asshole tries to bring you down, just remember that you have a job. You're working. You're making money. You're supporting yourself. You're doing it for you. You're not doing it to impress someone. A job is a job. A job can be impressive, but you're not. That's the thing, is that, like, for me, I don't care whether or not my job impresses someone, because I'm doing it for me. But this is coming from the guy that doesn't have a job at the moment. He's looking for. Fuck! He transformed. This is coming from a guy that is now job hunting. And luckily, I was able to save up the money that I made from working at Burger King. And I'm able to, not be desperate. And thank you for the guys for giving me donations. And I was able to make money over the summer, even though I haven't found a job yet. I was able to do commissions and shit like that. But that's all I have to say, is that, like, if you're gonna work a retail job, a minimum wage job, then don't let some asshole bring you down.
Out of my way!
The other thing also is that, like, when I worked at Burger King, I try to be very understanding with the people that I work with. So I remember one guy who had a daughter and a son, and he was living with his girlfriend's mother's place, and the girlfriend's mom kicked him out, so he had to live in a homeless shelter for a bit, and he would come to work late. And at the beginning I was pissed off about it, because I was like, you don't call and you don't let me in at the last minute. You let me know when you're gonna come in, and on top of that, I need you at this time. So then he came to me and he's like, look, like, it's been hard because, like, it's we just got kicked out, and on top of that, oh, fried oyster, welcome to me complaining about Burger King stream because of my shitty job at Burger King. But no, I tried to be understanding with him, and he explained his whole reasoning. I was like, look, all right, I'll be more lenient at the fact that, like, you're still looking for a place to sleep. On top of that, the only way he could have gotten to work is by his girlfriend, because his girlfriend had the car. So that was the only way he was able to get to work. So it's a whole understanding thing.
Keep the enemy off balance.
I understand people. That's all it is. But that's not how society works, fam. You gotta be ignorant, and you gotta call out shit for no reason. Oh my god. I gotta... sorry guys, but we're doing the grind stream right now. Because I had someone here. And dealing with ignorant people is so tough. Whole patience thing, dude. She got to lose from the Wait Post Me app. Big deal. Pays really good. That's pretty good. That's not bad. But no, man, crazy people, yeah. Yeah. That's how life be. People be ignorant. Great. I fully upgraded everything. Then move on to Ravager. No, it's just like even being an assistant manager, I was like I had to deal with a lot of people. Yes, fried oyster. There was a lovely person that was here before by the name of Atrocious Deco, and Atrocious Deco was telling me that I have to grind before I leave this area. And I'm taking his word for it because he has helped me through a lot of these boss battles and nonsense. So I'm not gonna take his word for granted. I'm gonna try to get through this as easy as I can. But yeah, man, that's how working in places like that be. That's how they do. I still have a big dream to at least get partnered by Twitch. That's one of my biggest dreams. It's a very small dream, but that's a big dream for me. Yeah, he's very... Atrocious Deco knows his shit. So that's why I said I'm not taking his word for granted. Probably goes for a low level. Yeah, that's what he told me to. That's what he told me to. In a very nice way, he was like, "Man, you're sucking, but here you go." Yeah, it's like I remember I had a very big dream of like being partnered with Twitch and like seeing all these people who were partnered with Twitch and like they're relatively happy. I can't necessarily speak on their behalf, but like they're relatively happy. I never been asked that question before of how's life. Well, fried oyster. Life is going pretty okay for me. I quit my job like a couple months ago. That's what I was complaining about Burger King, because I worked at Burger King. Right now I'm job hunting. Getting back into streaming. I just did an ASMR. There's like an ant. There's like a buggo on my screen. I did an ASMR stream last week on Friday in celebration of making 51 followers. And I promised yesterday that if I reach 105, I will do another ASMR stream. But I'm slowly working on trying to get partnered with Twitch. So, because here's the thing is that like I mentioned this before, but like I'm a very big introvert. But talking like this, talking with people, not feeling like I'm in the service of demand for people, I prefer it like this. And I would love to be partnered by Twitch and just to talk with people and, you know, hear them out. Because usually when I stream or like when I view other streamers, they're very focused on the game, or like they're not too focused on chat, and like people are like either spilling their guts out or something. And I don't really like that much. So I prefer to talk to people mostly on chat or in stream. And if that were to change, then I feel like I just kind of I didn't keep my promise. So right now things are going relatively okay. I mean, I made it to 56. Oh shit, son. Oyster, I just saw that follow. Thank you for the follow, Oyster. We're almost there. Thank you, Oyster. Thank you for the compliment. But let me see what you wrote down, Infinite Horizon. Speaking of homeless versus rich dude thing, girls, it said, so many beautiful girls. Oh Jesus. So many beautiful girls or gold diggers target rich men versus anything that works. I don't personally know this, but I've heard. Yeah, it's true. So we live in the world. Well, yeah, that's probably that. Yeah, everything is materialistic. I'm not trying to sound all sage with my words, but like it's just talking in a average Joe kind of way. Is just like that's how we are. Unfortunately, like we're very materialistic. Like I'm. You know, I can say that I'm materialistic as well because I love video games and I like collecting video games. and I would like to own almost every video game in the world, but what would be the point, honestly? So there's that. Just decided to go find that's a very random thing to do, Fried Oyster. Just to find someone playing Final Fantasy 13. That's very random. But welcome. Talk about yourself. Talk about anything. I usually tend to talk about whatever's on my mind, or don't really like to make things personal on my side because of the fact that, like, you know, I don't, because usually when I talk about me personally, it tends to bring me down, and I don't want to bring people down. But yeah, sometimes I just talk about myself. But welcome. And my eye is fucking twitching. It's been like this the whole fucking day. Yeah, I see a lot of DC streamers where it's like just music or ignore all comments and hear you. Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. Is, you know, why include a chat when you're not even gonna pay attention to it? I can understand that people can conversate with one another, but it's just like, if the purpose was just to create a community and you're trying to create a community, you might as well get involved with the community. So I see talking to people because honestly I like talking to people and learning their experiences. Even though at Burger King I fucking hated talking to people. I like for friend oysters. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Friend oysters. That's interesting. There you go. Right. Not friends. Oh, I could go for seafood right now. It's so fucking late where I am, and now I decided to be hungry. Oh, because I only ate pizza. That was the only thing I ate. I feel like having a croissant sandwich tomorrow. I mean, later. I have to be careful on how much I spend too, because like I still have turtles that I have to feed, and I mean they have food, but I have to get them some freeze-dried mealworms. So I have to be careful on how much I spend, and then on top of that, I don't think I have that much gas in my car as well, so also gotta spend money on gas. So in the end of it, I'm trying to be, because before when I had the job, I was yeah, I get ignored in chat. Yeah, no man, it's I don't like that when streamers do that, when they ignore people in chat and they expect, like, oh, follow me and you get a cool prize at the end. Oh shit, Nexo's back. Nexo, motherfucker, we were just talking about Burger King. No, Fried Oyster. Yeah, talk about yourself. Everyone here, you know, I don't mind anyone talking about themselves or what's on their mind. I'm usually someone that doesn't. I try not to judge so much, but as long as you're not hurting someone, as long as you're trying not to offend someone or trying to degrade someone, then we're on a good spectrum. Okay, good, Nexo. As long as you were hearing me rant, then we're Gucci. We're Gucci 2000. That's why I make these streams, just to rant about my old shitty job. Yeah, but I gotta find myself a part-time job. Mention a few favorites for the team. Pokemon Emerald and one after all, right? Since Pokemon is pretty big in the world, and Crash Bandicoot series, Sonic series, Hot Shots Golf. Why Hot Shots Golf 3? It's very specific. It's cool. And please let me read that somehow. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Yeah. What about the jokes yesterday? Oh yeah, and then fucked up jokes. Fucked up jokes. Story times all the time. Play video games. Yeah. Oh, you were disconnected, right, Oyster? Oh god, this reminds me. I don't want to. I probably shouldn't say this because like I don't want this person to get weirded out by me. But there's this one streamer that like I find very like she's very cute, and she's partnered by Twitch, so she's very cute. But no, she does ASMR streams I've seen, and she also plays video games as well. But like she seems like she has a great personality. But I'm not gonna mention her name because I just called her cute. So I'm not gonna do that. There's nothing's weird than some weirdo talking about how cute you are and you've never even heard of this person. Writer's Den? Ooh! The fuck is a writer's den? And then yeah. I fucked up right there, Nexo. I fucked up. No, Nexo, you'll never know. You'll never ever know. Ever. You just have to guess. I'll give you 2 blinks at the camera if you're right. This is a great guessing game. This is a fucked up guessing game. Yeah, man.
Thanks.
I gotta find myself that part-time job because to help my macros out. Nah, man, it's like what I said before and yesterday is that like I think I haven't really like understood myself. Fuck! He changed. Like I said, I think at this time in the point of my life as a relationship, I think I would rather be alone for the meantime and try to focus on myself a little bit more because I tend to think about more of what people say, and that gets the best of me, honestly. How long will I be streaming for? That's a good question. It's been like 3 hours now. It's been like 3 hours, man. So I don't know. Usually these streams go on for a while. I mean, it's like 1 where I am, so I didn't switch paradigm. I got too busy talking and I didn't switch paradigm. But yeah, I mean, these streams usually go on for relatively long. So I don't know. Maybe around like 2 something I'll probably end the stream on my time. But well, 2 something Eastern Standard. So that gives you a bit of an idea. Oh shit. Yeah, next time. Yeah. That's how it be. And plus, who needs 3D, ladies, when you got that hentai? Sounds really sad. I heard Hostile Go 2 was great, but Hostile Go 3 was my childhood. PS2 drug in a way. Yeah, I understand. I've had that game. Came home angry from school. Then the music / gameplay was soothing. Yeah, no. Persona 3, just to bring back a little bit of Persona. Like golfing with friends, with followers. Yeah, I could do that. That's the thing is, I've been thinking about doing like a stream with peoples. Your hentai. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing something like that. I remember Haller talked about Dead by Daylight and about playing online, and I was like, that actually seems like a pretty good idea. And then also with fighting games as well, because sometimes I play Dragon Ball FighterZ, so I wouldn't mind if people came in, but I only have the PlayStation 4 version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, so but yeah, no, I've been thinking about doing a game that like involves everyone on chat or involves people on chat, because that seems more fun, honestly. It seems a little bit better than Final Fantasy 13 at the moment because of this fucking grind stream.